My name is Jasper, I'm from Coinsub, and this is Games with Friends.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here, it's 2024, it is ETH Denver. You know what that means. It's Games with Web3 Friends. We're here with our first guest today. It's Jasper, and we're super excited to have you. Tell me a little bit about your company and what brought you here to ETH Denver.
Sure, thanks for having me. So my company is Coinsub. I'm the CEO and co-founder. Currently, we are a team of 8 people building recurring payment infrastructure for crypto payments.
That's awesome. Wow. So what is like the target business that would meet, Coinsub for you guys right now?
Sure, so anything subscription or recurring based, right? So infrastructure providers like a QuickNote or Magic, or even Amazon Web Services, right? Anything that's recurring billing is a kind of difficult piece to solve in the Web3 space.
So is that specific? I can give you crypto and then you'll pay, or how does that kind of work? Or yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, the merchant goes in, they create a product, right? And we generate a payment link and a widget for them, whatever they want. If they just want to share it with someone in an invoice, cool. If they want to embed it on their website, cool. And then there's a customer checkout process. Whenever they click the link, we basically have the wallet connect related items.
Sure.
And then you sign a signature and you're good to go. As a customer, you can also go to our platform and check all your previous transactions just by collecting your wallet.
Wow. So we were talking a little bit off camera. You said currently in like closed alpha.
That is correct.
Coming soon. I liked what you said. You want it purring perfectly before you kind of get it out there. What's maybe been some of the challenges if you guys have been trying to get to this perfect product? How's the team feeling as you guys are pushing towards, final release?
We're feeling pretty good. We really want to make sure that we have like a fully fleshed out product considering the actual end user experience, right? There's a lot of incredibly technical things in Web3, but we want to remove that, especially as like a point of payment, right? Because if it's too technical, people are just going to do fiat, and we miss the point, no matter how cool it is.
Sure.
So really tuning in on the user experience, working with all the different infrastructure providers on the side that are not in our control to make sure that basically it's a viable alternative to fiat payments.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it is Web3 Games with Friends. So this is our first time doing bouncy castle. I don't even know what you'd call this. We're going to figure it out. We already have things going off. We're going to do a Connect 4. This was your choice. You are the interviewee. I'll allow you to go first. Orange or blue, your pick.
I will take blue because Coinsub is blue.
Okay, perfect. So
can you see it?
It makes it a little bit more difficult too. That you really got to be paying attention which one. So you were talking a little bit about how contractors potentially might be interested in this product. Could you tell me how that might work, or
Yeah, absolutely. So we're so confident in our product and the user experience that we plan on making it completely self-serve. Technically, we're closed alpha right now, but if you went to app.coinsub.io, you could actually test out our live product on Polygon USDC, using USDC, right? So basically, anyone can go in. We're fully decentralized and non-custodial, and we only do crypto, right? So really keeps us above board for a lot of the compliance-related things.
Sure.
So anyone could go to a dashboard and create a merchant account, create a product, and share that with pretty much anyone that they're trying to build.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the team, how you guys kind of got together, how it's been layered, together, pieced together. How big is it? And maybe what's next for the team?
Whose turn is it?
I think it's you.
Yeah. So the team's currently 8 people.
Okay.
A lot of us met at a previous Web3 company called Community Gaming. It's really great if you guys really want to, if anyone wants to do tournaments or win tournament prizes or check out some of the Web3 games coming.
A Web3 gamer.
Shout out to Community Gaming.
Okay.
So we were all part of the product team there, or developer team. And at some point, we had noticed when we were trying to do subscriptions, we had like a questing ad tech product, right? So we were trying to do subscriptions, and we realized there's just not a good, simple solution.
Sure.
Our customers, like our users, had USDC because we gave it to them from the tournaments. But when it just came down to they want to pay with it, all of the solutions were so complex, like NFT gated things, wrapping tokens. So we just wanted something simple.
Yeah.
So that's collectively, especially during the bear market, some of us had basically spun off to work on this kind of simple need in the space.
Sure. So you guys are all sharing a common goal, or share the frustration, with this, in the past. How big's the team?
8 people.
Okay. Has that been 8 from the beginning or what?
So it was 2 people from the beginning, working full time.
Okay.
And it was me and my CTO. He's absolutely amazing. He's got like 30 plus years in tech, back when things were still called being a webmaster, right? So we want scalable infrastructure and like stable. So that's why he's like perfect for it. And then from then on, as we got a little bit of angel funding, we reached out to some of the other people that I know. That I was like, hey, I know you're a good fit.
Sure.
So we'll bring you on.
Okay. How has Web3 evolved for you? It sounds like you've been in, previously the gaming sector, community gaming. What's changed over the last couple years? Are you encouraged? Do we still need some time to kind of suss some things out? How do you kind of see Web3 as it's evolved over the last, let's say even,
I could say decade.
yeah, okay.
Initially crypto was already kind of used. Well, real world item trading exists, right, in games. So the concept of digital currency and NFTs isn't that foreign. It's just some proofable way on chain to now verify that this stuff exists, right? So really, it's not that much different from a user experience, a functional perspective.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah. This is where it gets good. The questions get harder,
yeah.
and you really got to plan out where you're going.
So before it was really like everyone had to have a hardware wallet. You had to install, it was just Bitcoin, right? So
Sure.
you really had to like install the whole node on your desktop and like submit transactions. You were your own node. And this is back in like 2012, right? But ever since, it wasn't very user friendly, but definitely useful when you wanted to buy stuff on the internet that you otherwise couldn't
Sure.
buy. But since then, it's been cool seeing a lot of infrastructure making it continually more user friendly for anyone to be a part of it. So that's really it. Is the user experience has continued to be easier, been a lot more accessible. The tech is cool, but just like I don't know, AI has been around for forever, right?
Sure.
But, people only really took a look at it when natural language processing came out
Absolutely, yeah.
because it's more user friendly.
100%. What's been the most exciting thing for you this year that you've seen at ETH Denver? Could be something that's built over the last couple of years, or something that's you're seeing, hey, this could be big in the future.
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me pause and make sure I block this
Ah,
thing. This year, I really just think the energy is good.
Sure.
Especially since we're coming into the new bull market. A lot of the macro environmental shifts have been from kind of what I call novelty technology, where it's cool technology, to much more infrastructure based and actually practical things. So people have, the industry as a whole seems to be maturing, and that's really good to see.
yeah. It feels a little bit more professional this year. It doesn't feel as degen, if you will. I feel like last year was very, very degen, and this year it seems pretty well put together, if you will. Do you feel that at all?
I think so. I think the industry as a whole is maturing.
Yeah. Good or bad for us? Because I don't know, sometimes the degens give you the innovation because they just don't take no for an answer. How do you, and maybe even to square it back to you guys, how does your team kind of create new products or new services within it? Or are you just laser focused on one goal, straightforward?
It's a good question. So as far as good or bad, it's a little bit of both, right? It is good because blockchain has applications to improve a lot of existing infrastructure in place right now, right? So the fact that we're actually moving human technology forward, that's
Sure.
a good. The bad is stuff gets a little bit more boring as you focus on value versus novelty.
Sure.
Us included. Coinsub, the only sexy thing is the profitability and the use case. The
Ease of use is, to me, sexy as a CTO. I like that.
Yes. So as far as products, we really want to make sure that we're incredibly honed in specifically on this recurring payment space, right? There's so many different tokens, so many different chains, and regulations continue to change.
Sure.
So our laser focus, kind of like Twilio did, was like specifically in this one absolute niche spot and making sure that that's flawless.
Do you remember that pitch deck or something like that? Or that original pitch
I
to
actually,
Fred Wilson?
I don't.
It was, what's Lawson? What's his name? The old CEO. He just stepped down recently. But he had said he had reduced the messaging that goes on, electronic messaging, down to 4 API endpoints.
I do.
And that was the
Yeah.
pitch, and everybody kind of found that extremely attractive. And that is, when you can pitch a business that's that simple, both the customer, investors, potential employees, anybody can understand it. And that's, I mean, you as a CEO, you do that all day. How can you get that elevator pitch down perfectly? So Coinsub, are you guys planning on growing? What's the kind of team plan, if you will, or is that let's get through launch and then kind of reevaluate?
Yeah, sure. So we have our team plan kind of in place, right? So we're closing our pre-seed round this month, and then we plan on increasing hiring. What we're really looking for, from my perspective, is less so about who fits into a role, but who fits into a specific function, right? Like who is good at outbound marketing or social media, right? Because marketing role is it's large and vague, right? We want specific people that are good at specific things,
Yeah.
and then a good personality fit, right? Like values, you can't train. Like people, like drive, motivation, you can't train. Empathy, you can't train. But professional skills, you can help people grow, right? So as long as
100%.
they have empathy, motivation, and then like communication skills, anything else can be taught and grown, especially in this emerging technology space.
Sure.
Right? So much new tech emerges that you have to stay on top of things, but that also provides new entrants into the job market.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they stay on top and they do their self-education, ability to compete
Sure.
with people who are incumbents.
Yeah. How is the team distributed all together, sitting, together?
Yeah, so we're all over the U.S. We also have some people in Turkey and Greece, and plan on having some people in LATAM.
Fully distributed. I think it's going to be a stalemate.
I think so too.
Yeah, it is going to be a stalemate. So if somebody was looking to, what's maybe the number one attribute that you're looking for, to be a Coinsub employee? What's something you value extremely highly?
Other than empathy,
Okay.
that being a given. Because honestly, at the end of the day, we're moving money around, but we're people, right? So people should be good to people.
Sure.
Right? Like to make sure that that's a net gain if we change the culture of workplaces.
Sure.
We work for something. Work in itself is not the end goal. But as far as what we're looking for, other than people skills, it would be a blend of actual technical knowledge alongside whatever function they're performing, whether it's BD or marketing. The nuance of like them actually understanding the ecosystems and chains helps them understand our value and then actually present it, whatever it is that they're doing.
Okay.
Same thing with the developers. It would just be the flip side. Functional knowledge of what we're doing, why we're doing it, to guide their developments.
Okay. Last question. You were new to Web3 at one point. Somebody new that's just coming in, doesn't know much about Web3 or crypto. Where would you tell them to start? What would you tell them to read, or what communities would you tell them to get involved with, or any other advice you would for somebody just starting in Web3?
If you want to understand the basics, go look at what the purpose of blockchain is from like an infrastructure perspective, right? Like organizing data and decentralized data, right? From there, everything else will make sense. Why proof of stake exists, why these consensus mechanisms exist. Everything will make sense once you understand what the value add of blockchain is. And then from there, every solution is just building, whether it's the Solana or like EVM, they're building to address and take advantage of that core value.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great. I like that. Not many people go that hardcore, like you said, the technical aspect of, because it is true. If you don't understand, why it exists, man, I forget what was the question the other day. I forget what it was, but I just told him, I was like, this is why Bitcoin exists. There's no other way. Feels like you want another game. You're really upset that you didn't win.
No, I'm not upset.
Yeah.
No. We can switch to Jenga or something. I don't know how much time do we have.
I think we're good. Any links to shill? When are you guys releasing this, alpha? Not a hard date yet.
So
soon.
we plan on releasing in March. So that'll be complete with merchant dashboards, customer checkout, and USDC on Polygon chain. So pretty much end-to-end experience there. If you want a sneak peek, just know that you'd be testing in a technically closed alpha. So if you remember app.coinsub.io, you can actually test it live. Everything is functional. It is incredibly secure.
Perfect. Jasper, it was great to meet you. Sorry we ended. Maybe next year we'll get another game.
Tiebreaker next year.
Tiebreaker next year.
Cool.
Great to meet you.
Likewise. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.